Hello guys, welcome back to the new video. So in this video first we will design our profile screen, then we are going to provide the download image functionality. So first thing, let's create a new package with the name profile screen in this presentation package. And here let's also create a new file with the same name. So here in this profile screen, we will provide the profile link, and with the help of this profile link, we are going to use the web view to show the profile of that photographer. So first here, let's take a column layout, and in this column layout, first thing, let's give the fill max size modifier. First, we are going to use the top app bar. So in this top app bar, it is giving error. So let's opt in this, and we are going to use this profile as the title and this navigation icon. So this icon we can copy from the other screens. Now after this top app bar, let's use the web view. But in Compose, there is no web view. So we are going to use the Android views. So here we have this Android views. So we need to provide this factory. So here let's use the web view. And in this web view, we need to provide the context. So let's create a context here. And here we need to use this apply block. Let's use the load URL. Let's provide the link of our profile link. Now we need to provide this profile link to this profile screen. So for this, let's go to our nav graph. First thing, let's use this profile screen here. And this profile link we are going to provide from that full image screen. So let's press Ctrl B, and here we have this on photographer's image click, and we are providing this string. So let's go to this. So in our top bar, we are providing this on photographer image click, and here we are checking if the image is not null, then we are providing this photographer's profile image URL. Profile image URL we will pass to the profile screen. So here let's use this nav controller dot navigate. So this is how we are going to pass that profile link to our profile screen. So in this profile link, how we are going to get this argument? Again, we have this nav back stack entry. So we are going to use this back stack entry, and then we have this function to route. And we can get access of this profile link, and let's pass this profile link here. Now we are going to use this profile link in our profile screen, and with that profile link we are going to load the URL in this web view. Now let's run our app. So click on this image, and now click on the photographer's name, and here we have the profile, but this not showing correctly. Let me see. I looked into the code, so the issue was not this fill max size, because we are providing the link of that profile image, not the profile link. So for that, again let's go back to this app bar, and here we have this. First thing, let's rename this on photographer's name click. So here we don't need to provide the photographer's profile image URL, rather we need to provide the photographer's profile link. Copy this, and in our full image screen, let's also rename this, and in our nav graph also. Now we are providing the profile link. Now let's run it again. So here we can see the profile. So it has loaded the profile. Now next functionality we are going to get this. First let's open another profile. So when we open the profile screen, then we can see it takes time to load the profiles. So we need to show the loading bar also. So for that, let's go back to our profile screen. Here first let's create a state with the name is loading. Initially we will keep the true value. So this is loading value we are going to update here. So here we need to create an object of this web view client. And here we have this function on page finished. So when the page will be finished, so here we can use this is loading value to false. And also we need to use the circular progress indicator. So here first thing let's use a box layout. So this web view we are going to use inside this box, and also after this web view let's use this if block. So if is loading value is true, then we are going to use the circular progress indicator. Now let's run it again. Let's open this image. So here we can see the circular progress indicator. So now the page has been loaded finished, so it has disappeared. Here we can see the profile of that photographer. So our profile screen is working perfectly fine. Now we can close these files. And next thing we are going to provide the download image functionality. But before that we need to add the bottom sheet. So whenever user click on this download icon, then the bottom sheet should appear. So user can select the appropriate size to download. So for that let's first minimize this, and in our component package let's create a new file with the name download options bottom sheet. So here we have this model bottom sheet which comes with the material 3 library. So here we need to provide this on dismiss request. So we are going to provide through these parameters, and also the sheet state. So what this on dismiss request is, whenever user will click outside the bottom sheet, then this sheet will disappear. So here let's use this on dismiss request, and also let's attach our sheet state. We need to obtain this experimental annotation. Let's obtain this, and next thing let's also use a boolean parameter with the name is open. So here we will use the if block. If this is open value is true, then only we are going to show this bottom sheet. So here we have these parentheses. We need to provide the content. So for that first thing, we need to create an enum class where we will keep all the available options. So these three options we are going to use. So here let's provide these options. List of image download options, and by default we are going to provide this image download options enum class, and here we are going to use this entries function. So it will give us this list of image downloading options. So let's use this. For each options, let's use a box layout. So this will be our content. So here we are using these options, and for each option we are going to use this box layout. We are going to use this filmmax width modifier. This is because the clickable effect needs to be shown on the maximum width and the content alignment to center. So this label should be in the center. So here one more thing, let's also provide the on click. So whenever user will click on any of the option, so we are going to pass that option. Let's also attach our modifier. So this bottom sheet, let's use in our full image screen. So here let's scroll up, and after this backend layer, let's use our download option bottom sheet. So here we need to provide these state. So let's create some state here. So here we are creating this sheet state, and I have passed this skip partially expanded to true because our bottom sheets is not large enough, so we don't need this partially expanded state. So that's why it will skip this. And next we have this is download bottom sheet state. Initially we will keep the false value, and let's also change it to where. Now let's attach these values here. Here on this on dismiss request, we are going to just update our boolean value to false. And in this on options click, we will get the option. And also whenever user will click on any of the option, we need to close the bottom sheet. So here first let me write the code. So here we are not simply just passing the is download bottom sheet to false. First we are using this sheet state to hide the sheet. Then after the sheet is hidden, then we are checking if this sheet state is not visible. Then we are going to update our is download bottom sheet value to false. And let's scroll down, and here we have our top app bar. So when user will click on this download image icon, then we are going to update our is download bottom sheet value to true. Now let's run our app. So let's click on this icon. So here we have our download bottom sheet. It will hide in the two ways. Whenever we will click outside the bottom sheet, then it will hide. And again, if we click on any of these items, then also it will hide. Now let's provide the download image functionality. So first thing, let's minimize these things and go to our domain package, and inside this repository let's create a new interface with the name downloader. So here let's create a function with the name download file. So in this function we are going to provide the URL of type string and the file name. This file name string will be nullable. And now let's create the implementation of this downloader. Here in our data package we have this repository. So again let's create a new class with the name Android image downloader and extend this class with our downloader interface and press this Ctrl I and implement our function. First thing, we need to create the downloader manager. So here let's use this private val. For this we need the context, so we are going to provide the context here. And here we have this function with the name get system services, and here we can provide that we need the download service, and let's cast this as download manager. Now here let's use this try catch block, and for this exception let's just use print stack trace. So here let's use our download manager dot enqueue, and here we need to provide the request. So first let's create the request. Here we have this downloader manager, and then we can create the request. So this is how we are going to create our request. First thing, I have used this request from this downloader manager. Here we need to provide the URI. So we are taking the URL and using this to URI function to convert this into the URI. Next thing, we can define the MIME type. This MIME type is the what we need to download. So here we have specified that we need to download the images, and after this images I have used this slash and then asterisk. So this asterisk denote that the image can be of any type. And next thing, this set notification visibility. So here we are setting the notification will completely downloaded, then this will show the notification. So here let's press dot. We can see we also have other types also. Next thing, we need to provide the title of that downloaded file. So here we are taking the file name, and if that is null, then we are going to simply use this new image as the title. And next thing, we need to provide the destination of that downloaded file. So here we are saying that we need to save those images in the pictures directory. And if we want to see the other options, then we can see we have other directories also like downloads. So in our case we are just simply going to use the pictures directory. We also need to provide the subpath. So here we are using this file separator plus title and this jpg as this, and then we are just going to provide our request to this downloader manager. Next thing, let's go to our presentation package and our full image view model. So here let's use our interface. So here we are using the interface and we have provided the implementation. So for this thing, Hilt will look into providing the object of this downloader, and it will go for this interface and it will look to the implementation. So again we need to go to this DI package and our app module. So here we need to specify that the implementation of that downloader interface. So after this, let's create one more provide function with the name provide Android image downloader. So whatever this Hilt needs to provide, we need to return that. So here let's return our downloader interface, and this interface needs to be attached with that implementation. But here this implementation needs the context. So it's quite simple. This Hilt will give us the application context with this annotation, and we can provide this context here. Now Dagger Hilt knows that how it needs to inject this interface here. So after this, let's create one more function with the name download image. Here we are using this try catch block, and in this catch block we are just simply using this print stack trace for now. But in the next videos we are going to implement the snack bar to show the error. Now let's go to our screen, and in our bottom sheet after this we are going to use that function. First thing, we will provide that function through these parameters. Let's take the URL from that options. Here we need to use the when block. So here let's click Alt Enter and add remaining branches. So if the user has selected the small option, then we are going to use the URL of that small image. And if user has selected the medium, then we are going to use the regular image URL. And for the original, let's use this raw. So with this URL we are going to use that function. First thing, let's use this URL to check. If this is not null, then only we are going to call that function. So here we need to provide the URL and the file name. So URL will be this, and title we will extract from that image. From that description we are going to take the 20 characters, and after this let's also show a toast. For this toast we need to create the context. Now this image screen we are using in that nav graph. So here we need to provide that function. For this, let's use this view model dot download image, and we are getting this URL and the title. So here let's use these two. Now we can run our app. Now let's download this image. First let's download the small size. So here toast has been shown, and when we check the notification, and here we can see there is notification with the title new image. So let's open this. So let's open this image. There is our small size image. Now let's download another image. This time we are going to download the original size. So here we can see this time it has taken the title from the description. So let's again click on this. And also we can see the size of this image 5.4 MB because this is the original size image. Now when we open this image we can see the quality of this image because of that original size. So our download functionality is working perfectly fine. This was all for this video. In the next video, we are going to provide the functionality of the network connection and the snack bar. If you found these videos helpful, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.